Hello. I just finished work and I'm gonna head over to Chelsea. It's nighttime. I feel like I'm every gallery assistant's worst nightmare because I'm gonna roll in about an hour before they close and I'm really sorry. But I will say, after a long day of work, going to galleries is actually one of my favorite things to do because A, they're empty, B, it's so meditative and just peaceful to see the art. So I'm gonna take you guys along to see Chelsea at nighttime. And if you like my channel, please subscribe. It just keeps you up to date with all the new videos that I'm putting out, and put out videos every Thursday. I've been trying to put out more videos over this time of the holidays since we all have a little bit more downtime to watch things. But yeah, I would love it if you guys would subscribe. So this is Chelsea on a weekday night. It's pretty deserted, which I actually kind of love, very peaceful. And my first stop of the night is at Jack Shainman Gallery to see Nina Chanel Abney's exhibit, The Great Escape. And this exhibit spans both of Jack Shainman's locations on 20th and 24th Street in Chelsea. The exhibit, which we get a little bit of a taste of in the title, The Great Escape, explores the concept of a world without racism and what that would look like. She asks the questions: is there a space for Black autonomy in a world organized by white supremacy? And if there were an actual place, like a space absent of race relations, antagonistic or friendly, like what would that look like? And more specifically, Nina focuses on rural, wooded areas. And this is significant because historically Black individuals were either working land or were considered property just like land. So Nina reimagines what it would look like for Black individuals to live leisurely in nature, as white people have had the privilege of doing for so long. You can see examples of that in these images here. You have Black folk chopping wood and fishing and enjoying themselves on a picnic blanket here, or grilling. Now I'm heading up to Jack Shainman's second location on 24th Street. It's a little bit smaller, but still a great space to see the second part of Nina Chanel Abney's exhibition. To create her works, Nina uses a mix of acrylic paint as well as spray paint, which you can see in these sort of transparent layers, especially on the belly of the deer here. Now I'm heading over to Lehmann Maupin Gallery's 24th Street location to see an exhibit by Teresita Fernández. This exhibit is centered around a few high-level themes, but really focusing on the theme of storms, particularly storms that are damaging the Caribbean, as you can see here in this incredible large-scale mosaic work. These are all tiny little tiles. And these works are meant to be visual representations of the enduring violence and devastation ignited by colonization. So she's playing with storms in a real physical sense, but also in a metaphorical sense as well. And in this room, which is centered by this incredible floating palm tree sculpture, are 3 large panels that are made of charcoal and wood on mirrors. And they're meant to represent, as I mentioned before, this chaos of storms hitting the Caribbean. And the Caribbean is significant in this exhibit because this was the first point of colonial contact in the Americas. You can really see the glass and my reflection off of this, and it really does look like when an island is hit by a violent storm, there's brush and debris everywhere. She's created this effect, again, in charcoal and wood so beautifully and so accurately as well. And this exhibit is actually on view until January 23rd, so if you're based in New York, you can still see this show through the end of January. And I'm off to the last stop of the night, which is Metro Pictures Gallery, to see an exhibit by Olaf Breuning titled Rain. And the theme of this exhibit is the environment. And you can see these are actually woodcut landscape paintings. And there are also some carved stone sculptures that you'll see scattered throughout. There's one right there. And these artworks, it's significant, the materials that were used in creating these artworks. He's used natural materials and organic shapes in order to represent the pressing environmental concerns that we face today. And the natural materials also represent, for the artist, a time before technology was really at the heart of our lives, and when we used to live more in tune with our natural surroundings. In the back room of the gallery, we see more of these stone sculptures, and these are titled Sad and Worried Animals, and he's using these animals to help us imagine how animals are feeling because of environmental changes and their habitats being altered because of humanity's destructive impact on the environment. And you'll see their big glass eyes and sad expressions. They're sort of anticipating these terrible things to come. And I think this is the artist's attempt to have us have more empathy and understanding. Overall, I think his desire for this exhibit is for us to be more thoughtful of our actions and the implications that they can have on the world, and the natural world. Thanks for coming along with me. I'm gonna head home now, and got a notification that I got a package delivered, and if it's what I think it is, I'm super excited to open it, and it's actually really relevant to one of the exhibits we saw earlier. All right, don't mind me, I'm in my kitchen, but I just got back from Chelsea Galleries and this arrived. I unboxed it, and this was perfect timing because I just saw her exhibit at both Jack Shainman locations in Chelsea. And yeah, this is the collaboration that Nina did with Uno, and it's so cool. I'll leave the link below, but I'm super excited to play this because I love Uno. I almost cursed. She apparently is the third artist featured in this Uno series, so yeah, super excited. She also created a rule of her own called the No Rule, so I'll have to figure out what that's all about, but yeah. It's just like such good timing, who would have thought? But yeah, Chelsea was great, very quiet, exactly like I thought it was gonna be. I ended up going to 4 galleries, including the 2 Jack Shainman galleries, and then Metro Pictures and Lehmann Maupin, and so it was great. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna have some dinner now, but thanks for coming along with me, and yeah, getting to see Chelsea in another light, literally in the darkness. But hope you guys have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this, and thanks for coming along with me. If you like this video, please subscribe.